So I've been trying to make an epic 2D platformer game for about like the last 3 weeks, and it turned out to be kind of broken. First and foremost, this is the player, an emotionless blue cube that is also very glitchy. If you walk off a platform, it retains its jump. And this is because, at the time, I didn't include this part of the script highlighted in green, and I integrated this weird jump mechanic into my game, and I'm too lazy to take it out until later. Next is the half note enemy, which hovers and tries to kill the player, but if the player's not on the same platform, it teleports and thinks about its life. Next we have the whole note enemies, which just fly over the player and drop these soulless quarter notes. Next we have the quarter note enemy, but with the soul. This guy just is the classic enemy movement script. When at the end of the platform, he switches directions. Alright, now for the most broken part of the game. The falling platform. This peach colored platform is like really bad. Like, it might work at first, but if you hit the side, you can make it go in a direction. Now, adding this to the falling platform wasn't intentional, but it makes for some interesting gameplay, such as this. Yeah, it was definitely lagging, it was not a skill issue. And these falling platforms have yet another glitch, that you can go under it and then infinitely jump for a little bit. So for now, as a band-aid fix, I kind of just added this platform holder to make sure that these falling platforms here can't go above it. But then again, the smart thing would be to just go to YouTube and look at one of these tutorials. I really don't know why I didn't do this earlier. Next I have these toggle enemies, I guess. It kind of just turns off and off. I just turn off the collider and mesh render about every second. And the annoying thing is that it doesn't sync to the music. It's just a little bit off. And then the background for this game, it's kind of plain as of now. I should probably change it to something that fits the theme, which is music. But you know, I'm going to try to make it epic. And there are also moving platforms, which just, well, move in one direction for a specified amount of time, and then you can fall for eternity. But then there is the questionable gameplay. Like here, it may look like a normal wall jump, but I made it broken like the rest of the game, so you can just do this. I don't really know how to explain it though. But basically, infinite wall jump is cool. I forgot to mention there were doors in the game, so you can press enter to enter the room. But the thing is that if you look in the inspector, you don't actually get sent to another scene. I kind of just made a sub area here. Very cool. And probably the worst part of the game is this, where a giant moving toggle block is following you, while there's a half note enemy, and if you wait long enough, you're basically stuck and the half note enemy will automatically hit you. So in order to beat it, you have to wait, and then you have to just quickly go as fast as possible. And then after that, you have to wait until the freaking toggle note moving enemy is back. And you have to jump on top of it using the jump block. Now you gain a trombone gun, which you can spin around your head and probably break your neck. And then these blue projectiles are like sound waves coming out of the trombone gun. And I forgot to mention, you can also dash by pressing shift in a direction. And yes, I did follow a tutorial this time. And after all of that, it's finally time for the scuffed boss fight. First off, the design itself is kind of questionable, just being a note surrounded by notes that have different types of notes with it that also fires notes displayed here. Now initially the design for the note gun was going to be something more like this. And it looks a little bit sus. And then the ring around the boss was supposed to initially spin, kind of what I'm doing badly in the inspector, but instead of like this, more like a stable number spinning in one direction. And then also, it was supposed to be able to shoot at the player, which yet again, I'm doing horribly in the inspector, if I can do it in the first place. So it's supposed to shoot at the player like this, and then return, but it also broke. Now in the future, I'm probably gonna make things a bit more balanced, probably remove some of the glitches, and make the designs a little bit better, and also make the gameplay more fun and make it look better in general. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now.